Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the Motivational Professor. So if you're looking at the chart right here, you can definitely see that we grabbed a nice sell opportunity from this video that was posted yesterday. So hopefully you had an opportunity to grab some sell on oil. We had Fibonacci ratios lined up. But anyways, that's in the past. So now let's focus on where I think oil is going to respond based solely on technical analysis. So let's drop down. I don't need to be in the picture. Let's go over here to the corner somewhere. Actually, let's go over here to the corner. Okay, cool. So a couple things I want to show you real quick since we are on this 1 hour chart. So what drove price down today? Let's take a look at some of the headlines. Obviously, the S&P 500 ended a little bit flat. Crude prices tumble on global demands. And lastly is the talk and the debt deal with regards to OPEC. And there's a major meeting going on later this week with OPEC. Okay, so now let's get into the technicals aspect. Again, we had taken this sell from about that 61.8 Fibonacci level, which lined up to about $73 a barrel or what have you. So we can clearly see here that we've had on the hour, we had several pushes down. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and delete this so we can kind of start from scratch. Okay. And again, you've heard me talk about this on several other videos, and that's the power of the 50-day moving average. Okay. So you can clearly see here how price broke below it, came back up to retest that 50-day moving average, and then we kind of crumbled from there, right? If we want to kind of dissect this section right here, we can grab a fib level, okay, from this high, and we put it down to this low, which is right here. And again, shockingly enough, you can see how price respected that 61.8 Fibonacci level, okay? And then again, we melted from there. So now the kind of question is, well, what's going to happen for today, tomorrow, and obviously the rest of the week on the technical side, right? Not the fundamental side, but the technical side. So let's get rid of that drawing and let's go all the way back up to our day chart, because this is really where it should begin. Now, this is what cautions me a little bit that we might continue further down on a slide. When I see a wick like this, there's a lot of price action inside of this wick here, and we're going to be kind of taking a look at that here now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put this down at the base. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to go down to the 1 hour chart again, and I want to find what happened there. Okay, and I want to look at that with regards to how price came down. Okay, and on the 1 hour we had this major push up, but if we go all the way back down to the 15-minute chart, right, we can see that obviously the same wick came down, but as we draw in closer, and again, I'm using a brand new Mac Mini, so I'm kind of getting used to the tools here, right? We wicked this area, and then we came all the way back up, and then continue to go upwards from here, right? And again, as we look at this at the multiple time frames, right, the 5-minute, I start looking for, was there a big institutional candle that kind of happened, in this area? So when we go back to the 1 hour chart, we can definitely see here that a major player, a buyer, jumped into this area and took price from 63.58 all the way back up, and eventually we went back up towards $73 and change a barrel. So why is that important? Well, because as we zoom in here and we begin to look at this big picture, right, we have to account for a lot of this liquidity possibly going back and retesting this area. Now, we are at a crucial state right now. If we look at the traffic right here, we are at an area of support and resistance on the technical side. So what is going to happen? Well, as we kind of zoom in here, right, we do have the possibility of price dropping further down. If we see a candle close below this 69.10 area, then we are going to go down into the 6,800s and even the 6,700s or lower. Okay, and I'm going to be drawing up some zones here based on the 4-hour here in just a minute. But it's pretty simple to look at this chart and kind of take a look at what price is doing, right? So we're in this critical stage right now. And so if price closes below, we can see price coming back down into this next area right here that's kind of rejected 2-3 times right here, which is 68 psychological number. Let's change that to this deeper pink here. So again, if we close below this 69.05 area, we are going to come down into the 6,800s. Okay, $68 a barrel or so. If we close below 67 to 68, then we could possibly see this area being retested one more time all the way down here. So we need to kind of wait and see. If you notice right here, when we look to our left, the last time price came to this area of support, it bounced up, it came back to retest, and then took up towards 72, 73. So we need to keep an eye on what's going to happen here with this candle. Now, of course, the market is doing its 5 to 6 o'clock after hours trading. So this video will be out once the market reopens at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're looking for crude oil to either give us a push back up. And again, I'm not buying yet. I talked about the video yesterday, right? I may be scalping some buys, but I am not yet in on a long-term buy on crude oil. I think we will drop a little bit more. So my next key level to look at is to put a fib from this high down to where we are now, because that's where the market closed. If we get a push up, then we're looking around the 50-day moving average to possibly sell again one more time, right? So this would be an opportunity to look for price to come here and then continue its downward movement if it's going to come down to this area here. We don't know yet. If price just continues to crumble from here, then we are definitely going to hit that psychological number of $68 a barrel. So it's a wait and see. Again, I would not be positioning any long-term buys right now. I would be looking for price action, dropping all the way down to this 15-minute candle to see what it's doing. Okay, to see what it's doing. So we're in that box right now. Maybe we come back and retest the bottom of the zone, okay, and then bounce up from here. But if we do get a candle closure down in this area somewhere, then we are going to visit this next psychological area of $68 a barrel. Okay? Thank you for watching this after hours video. Again, if you got some value, hit the like button. That way more people can see this video and get the opportunity to trade crude oil with us as well. And again, I always appreciate your comments. Thank you to those of you that have been posting comments on the last couple of trading videos. I appreciate you. That also helps the YouTube algorithms. So if you comment below, I'll get back to you. If you have a question, I'll get back to you. If you want another chart analyzed, I will also get back to you. Have a happy trading week.